Hi everybody, we're going to be doing our reading lesson today, learning about our strategy and skills of the week. Our strategy is we're going to visualize, paint a picture in your mind because not all stories have pictures. It helps you to make that movie in your mind so that you can picture what the story is about. And the skill is to find the theme, the lesson that was learned. This is the story we're going to read today. It's called The Lion and the Mouse. It's actually it's from iReady. We're going to read the story of the lion and the mouse. We're going to visualize what we see in our mind, and then we're going to figure out what was the theme. Here we go. The Lion and the Mouse. It's an Aesop's fable. You might have read it before. It's a good story. A long time ago, a mouse was looking for a good place to sleep. He climbed up onto what he thought was a small hill of warm, soft grass. He had really crawled up into a sleeping lion. Uh-oh. The lion woke up and grabbed the mouse with a huge paw. Then he opened his mouth to eat him. The mouse said, "Forgive me, I didn't mean to wake you. If you let me go, I'll do something to help you someday." The lion laughed at the idea that a little mouse could ever help him. "What could a tiny thing like you ever do for me?" the lion said, but he let the mouse go. The very next day, 2 hunters caught that lion. They tied the lion to a tree while they went to get a wagon. The lion couldn't move. Just then the little mouse appeared. "Don't worry, my friend," he said. "I'll help you." The mouse gnawed at the ropes that held the lion. Soon the lion broke free. He said to the mouse, "You were right, little one. Already you have helped me and have saved the king of beasts." Close reader habits. Underline sentences that tell important events. As you read, think about how would you retell those events in your own words. So we're going to retell it. I'm going to reread it. We're going to retell the story first by me rereading it, and then you can tell the story back. Since we're working on visualizing, let's paint some pictures in our mind to figure out what happened here. Let's do it slowly. A long time ago, a mouse was looking for a good place to sleep. Let's look at our mouse. It's pretty cute. He was looking for a good place to sleep. He climbed up onto what he thought was a small hill of warm, soft grass. So let's picture this. There's a hill, and it has grass, and it was soft, and it was warm. Can you picture that? And the little mouse said, "Okay, I'll just sleep on this small hill of warm, soft grass." That's what I was thinking. That was what I was visualizing. He had really crawled up onto a sleeping lion. So this was not a hill of grass. What was it? It was a big lion. It was the back of a lion. Here's the lion. It actually was the back of a lion. So now we have a mouse who's laying on a lion. He didn't know it was a lion. He thought it was grass. Can you visualize that? The lion woke up and grabbed the mouse with a huge paw. So here's his huge paw. He woke up to find the mouse, and he took the paw and he grabbed the mouse. The lion woke up and grabbed the mouse with a huge paw. So he took his big paw and he grabbed the mouse. Then he opened his mouth to eat him. Can you picture that? He's got the mouse in his paw, and he's taking him up to his mouth, and he's going to eat him. But the mouse said, "Forgive me. I didn't mean to wake you. If you let me go, I'll do something to help you someday." So the mouse is trying to make a deal with him. He's talking to him. See these little quotes right here? See these quotes? That means that there's somebody talking. Right now it's the mouse that's talking. So I'm visualizing this little mouse. He's pleading for his life, right? He's saying, please, please, please forgive me. I did not mean to wake you. But if you let me go, I'll do something to help you someday. So he's trying to make a deal with him. He's trying to say, if you let me go and don't eat me, I will help you out. Picturing that? The lion laughed at the idea that the little mouse could ever help him. So the lion laughs at him and says, you're so small. How are you ever going to be able to help me? He laughs at the idea. What could a tiny thing like you ever do for me? Do you see the quotes? Now the lion is answering him back. He's answering him back by saying, what could a tiny thing like you ever do for me? The lion said. But he did let the mouse go. The very next day, 2 hunters caught the lion. They tied the lion to a tree while they went to get a wagon. So can you picture this? Here's my tree. 2 hunters. They're hunting for animals. They were hunters. Here's the 2 hunters. Are you visualizing it? They caught the lion. The very next day, the 2 hunters caught the lion. They tied the lion to a tree. So they wrapped their rope around the tree. And here's the big lion. Picturing a lion. I'm not good at drawing because you're picturing it in your mind, so you don't really need me to have great drawings. You're visualizing it in your mind. The 2 hunters, they tied the lion to the tree so they can go get a wagon. The wagon is probably how they're going to bring the lion back. You're visualizing this. The lion couldn't move. Okay, he can't move because he's tied to the tree. Just then, the little mouse appeared. Appeared. What does that mean? It means that he showed up. The little mouse showed up, okay? So the hunters go get the wagon. The lion's tied to the tree. Here comes who? That little mouse, this guy. He comes back. And now he sees the sight. What does he see? The lion tied to the tree. Don't worry, my friend, he said. This little mouse, he's saying, don't worry. Don't worry, my friend, he said. I'll help you. Remember, he said he would help him, but the lion said, yeah, right, you can never help me. We're going to find out if he really can help him. The mouse gnawed at the ropes that held the lion. This is a word that we don't really see too much. Look at this word, Gnawed. It's got some very silent letters. We don't say the G. It's more like that. Gnawed, Nawed. Gnawed is when you chew on something. So the mouse chewed at the ropes that held the lion. Soon the lion broke free. So remember, he was tied with this rope. The mouse said, hey, I can help you now. You said that I would never be able to help you, but I guess I can. So he, dashed over. Remember our vocabulary word? He dashed over to the rope and he used his teeth to chew a hole through the rope. Okay. I'll help you, the mouse gnawed. What does gnawed mean? Chewed at the ropes that held the lion. Soon the lion broke free. He said to the mouse, you were right, little one. Already you have helped me and have saved the king of the beasts. The lions are always the king of the beasts, or sometimes the king of the jungle. So even though he laughed at him, he laughed at the idea that a little mouse could ever help a big lion like him, it actually worked out that he did help him. He helped him by what? What did he help him do? You're right. He helped him by chewing. Remember that word? Gnawed. He chewed through the rope to let him go. Wow, I like this story. Let's look back at our board. What are we trying to do today? We're trying to visualize. Visualize is picture the painting the pictures in your mind of the story. I think we did that. And our skill is finding the theme, which is a lesson. So we have to see, did we learn any lesson from reading this story? Think about that. Did you learn any lesson that you can use in your own life by watching this interaction between this lion and this mouse? What did you learn? Well, I think that the lion learned a lesson because he started by, first he was going to eat him and he did let him go, but he said very meanly, I think it was mean in the beginning when he laughed at him. The lion laughed at the idea that a little mouse could ever help him. Does it matter how little or big you are if you can help someone? Does it matter if you are the same, like a mouse and a lion? Those are different, right? They're different animals. Does it matter if they're different? Does it matter if one is big and one is small? I don't think it matters, right? Anyone can be a friend. Anyone can help someone else out. And he said at first, he was being very mean at first, and he said, there's no way that you, such a scrawny little mouse, can help me. I am the king of the beasts. And the mouse said, well, I think I can. And the lion didn't believe him. He just laughed at him. So I think he learned, wow, I was wrong. I should not have laughed at him. Because guess what happened? The mouse ended up chewing him free when the hunters tied him up. So he actually did help him. So maybe he learned if you show someone how to be a friend, then that person can be a friend back to you. This is a good way to learn how to make friends. If someone needs you or asks you for a favor and you do it, then that person could help you back in the future. You never know when somebody might be there to help you out. You shouldn't laugh at people and think that they're no good for you or that they can't help you, because that's not true. He learned to trust in his friends. He learned to give his friend a chance. And I bet you that this lion and this mouse ran away from the story being friends because they actually did help each other out. How did the lion help the mouse in the beginning of the story? Let's see. How did the lion help the mouse in the beginning of the story? The lion woke up and grabbed the mouse with a huge paw. Then he opened his mouth to eat him. The mouse said, forgive me, I didn't mean to wake you, but if you let me go, I'll do something to help you someday. The lion laughed at the idea that the mouse could help him. But look at this. Here's our text evidence. But he let the mouse go. So the lion helped the mouse by not eating him in the beginning of the story. He did make fun of him, but he did not eat him. He said, all right, well, I don't believe your story, but I'll still give you a chance. And then later, the mouse helped the lion by chewing his rope so that he didn't get caught by the hunters. They helped each other out. So if we're talking about the theme, and if we learned a lesson, I think we can learn a good lesson here is to trust each other and show people how to be a friend. You can show people how to be a friend by helping them, helping someone out, and hopefully that person will be able to show you that they're a friend by helping you out. That we shouldn't just laugh at somebody or just dismiss them, maybe because they're smaller than us or they're different from us. That doesn't mean anything. It's still very possible for two people completely different to be great friends and to help each other out, right? I hope you're able to help someone out today. It was fun learning with you. I'll see you tomorrow.